Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Okay, last night I saw the Bobby Brown story on BET, and when I say this, I mean absolutely no disrespect, okay? Bobby Brown was a thought, okay? He was out here laying it low and spreading it wide and doing it side to side. I mean, just nasty. Now, before I get into the tea that was spilled in this movie, if you haven't seen it, I would say click out because there are some spoilers in this video, but come back once you see it. Now, Bobby Brown had a messy love life, clearly. After New Edition kicked him out of the group, he went solo, and he was one of the top R&B artists in the 80s. So he was pulling a lot of women, including two major stars, Whitney Houston, as we all know, and Janet Jackson. And let me tell you something, when I saw this scene between him and Janet, my mouth dropped. I was like, what? I saw that screen and said, the devil is a lie. Now, mind you, when Janet and Bobby got together, Janet was actually engaged to another man named Renee. And if you don't know, Renee was Janet Jackson's husband for 10 years, but she never told anybody. So Janet has a way of keeping her relationship secret, and she did make sure to keep her relationship with Bobby a secret as well. Now, Bobby pulled up at her house and surprised her with a car, and she came rushing to him saying, "No, Bobby, no, Bobby, you can't be here. You can't be here." And then she was like, "Listen, I'll make it up to you later, okay?" So the next scene was this raunchy love scene, and after they got it in, Bobby sat there feeling cheap, and he said, "Listen, Janet, I'm tired of being the side dude. Why don't you leave your fiance and get with me? Is it because I'm black? Is it because your father doesn't want you with a black man?" And she just sat there quiet like, "Now, Bobby, you know." And Bobby said, "I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of this." And he stood up and left. Actually, in his book, he said he kicked Janet out of the hotel room. Now, listen, when I saw this, I was just shocked. But basically, Janet played Bobby like one of her boy toys. Now, I don't know if it's true or not that her father did not want her to date black men, but later on in the future, she did get with Jermaine Dupri, so I think she probably didn't care at that point. But Bobby Brown was very heartbroken that Janet didn't want him, and he said he would never date another industry chick. Well, he ended up moving on to Whitney Houston, okay? Now, what's interesting about this relationship is Whitney Houston was kind of in a tangle. When she met Bobby, she was in a secret relationship with her best friend, Robin. So Whitney was in fact bisexual, but she was so attracted to Bobby and his bad boy image, she fell head over heels in love with him, and she got pregnant with their first child. Now, what's so sad is Whitney had to find out that Bobby Brown got one of his baby mamas pregnant around the same time he got Whitney pregnant. And the stress got to Whitney so bad that she ended up miscarrying their first child while she was filming The Bodyguard. Bobby and Whitney still got married, and on the day of Whitney's wedding, Bobby found out that Whitney snorts coke. And he was real nonchalant about it. I was like, hold on now. There's some discrepancies in this story because I thought Bobby knew she was on cocaine before they got married. I mean, I thought Bobby was actually partaking in the sniffing of the snow with Whitney before they got married. So that scene was confusing to me. And what was also confusing was his quote-unquote friend, Alicia, was easing Bobby's nerves right before he got married to Whitney. And Alicia is currently Bobby Brown's wife today. So I'm wondering if they had a thing while he was with Whitney too. Also, another scene that was crazy is Bobby was about to square up on Whitney's side chick, Robin. And I was nervous about this scene because I said, I know this grown man is not about to fight a woman over some chicken. But it was deeper than that. Bobby knew that Whitney and Robin had a relationship, and he was insecure about it. Even though Bobby was out there cheating on Whitney, he didn't like the fact that she was so emotionally attached to Robin. So he and Robin almost got into a fight, and Bobby basically kicked Robin out the house. So I think that was the end of Whitney and Robin's relationship. But Bobby Brown's whole life story is quite messy, I must say, and he also faced a lot of tragedy as well. He's lost a lot of people close to him, and I don't know, I feel bad for Bobby because he has had it very rough, and I'm not ready to see part 2 because in part 2 he lost both Whitney and his daughter Bobby Christina. I don't know. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.